Nepal, India, the Himalayan region precisely. It's between China, India, Nepal, and the Himalayan region. Lhasa Apso is a dog that is covered, well furnished with hair. They have to be covered with lots of hair. In fact, to be factual, if you have a Lhasa Apso and the dog has no hair, then it's either it's not a Lhasa Apso or probably it's something we call a Prapso. The word Prapso or Perhapso is actually a dog that can come out of a Lhasa Apso litter, but that is not technically a Lhasa Apso. Despite the fact that it can come from a Lhasa Apso father and mother, you can have a dog we call Perhapso or Prapso. When you get home, you can Google that. It's a Lhasa Apso, but they don't have hair at all. They are not well furnished with hair. And one of the criteria of having a well or a thoroughly bred Lhasa Apso has to be that that dog has lots of hair covered. The fur has to be well furnished. Anything outside that is not a Lhasa Apso. Now, if you have a Prapso, don't take it that dog came from the blue. It's been said that that kind of dog can occur. It can actually occur in a litter of a Lhasa Apso. But once that happens, please, such dog must not be bred. You can either choose to make that dog a pet quality or just have it to yourself and have it without having to breed that dog. A Prapso is a dog that would look Lhasa Apso, but it will not have any hair on the body. Sometimes the ears might be flip-like, but it will come out of a Lhasa Apso. Now, if it is not a Prapso that is not a thoroughly bred Lhasa Apso, then we are talking about a typical Lhasa Apso, a true-to-type Lhasa Apso. What is a true-to-type Lhasa Apso? Let's start first by the head. A head of a Lhasa Apso would have an ear. I'm not allowed to go far. It will have that type of ear. I know this is a boabo, a true-to-type boabo. This is a boabo. But a Lhasa Apso must also have this nature of ear, which is what we call the pendant style of ear. This is a pendant style of ear. This is how a Lhasa Apso must look. And when you call the boabo, that nature of look that it will give you when it turns its head towards your direction is the same thing this boabo will do. This is a pendant style of ear. So this is how a Lhasa Apso's ear must look. Before I swing into the major points of the day, let's understand that a Lhasa Apso is a dog that needs lots of grooming maintenance. Grooming, people will think when you say groom, it means to cut off all the hair. It's the entirety, or it encompasses everything that has to do with taking care of the dog's fur. So if you want a dog that would not stress you in terms of grooming the dog or maintaining the dog, please, a Lhasa Apso is not the right dog to go for. They can be very clingy. They can like their owner. They want to go up and down with where they. So if you are a person who don't like a dog to be clingy about being around you, the Lhasa Apso is not the dog. If you don't want a dog that you have to groom every time combing the hair, please don't go for a Lhasa. They will give you that problem. It's normal, it's in their nature. But with this said, please don't let me be controversial with them, because with what I've said, a Lhasa Apso is not a dog that sheds so much. They don't shed hairs, except they are due for deworming one, or the undercoat is actually, the surface coat rather, is actually needing space for the undercoat to grow further. That is when they shed. But with the right tools and equipment like the brush, the comb, you have different types of comb, you have different type of brush. With this right grooming tools, trust me, there's no way you'll be having leftover sheddings of hair, because it's something that would wear, like immediately you comb, all the hair, the top surface hair will fall off. So you not have hair clinging all over your chairs, your sofas, and your carpets, and all that. So a Lhasa Apso is moderately shed. It's not a dog that sheds so much. Lhasa Apso also, we must understand that their height must not be more than 11 inches. I actually had to do this morning because when I talk like that, it might look pretty much abstract. For those who have cameras, you can take this. If I'm talking and you're not seeing this, it will look very much abstract. Okay, if you've captured that, let me turn it to